Great. Let me introduce Michael. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about today is what a product expert is. Recently, Michael and Chris went to New York, where a number of product experts were there, Google product experts, and they got some awards and were able to sort of a recognition for all the work they do. And I thought it was a good idea today to talk about what is a product expert and how you might become one, and in fact how you can solve problems and get your problem solved through the community forums, and how the product experts can help you. So if you had a problem with a Google product, suppose you had a problem with Outlook, how would you resolve that problem? Well, you might do a Google search and find out if it would solve it. You certainly could do a YouTube search. Maybe there's a YouTube video made and you could solve the problem by looking at the video. You might ask us, Tech for Senior, you might ask us on the show today how you would solve that problem. But another way that you could do this is go to the Google's community forum, and each community forum has, for each of their services, has a community and product experts that will help you with your problems. And Michael, of course, is a product expert on a number of different products, and he spends a lot of time in the community forums helping people solve their problems. And I suspect that a lot of you don't know where these forums are, or what these forums are, or the value, or even how to find these. Maybe, and the other thing is, if you do and you spend a lot of time and maybe you're an expert in a certain area, maybe you want to become a product expert. So I thought this was a good time to ask Michael to come on the show. Michael, of course, is a good friend of ours. You and I spend time in his community every day. I know Michael very well. He's a very hardworking, conscientious individual who has been on the show many times before. But I specifically wanted Michael to talk today about how you can access this area, what is a product expert, and what do you expect when you go to a community forum if you have a problem. Michael, where are you? Can you take it away?
Right here. Yes.
Take it away.
Absolutely.
Can you help us with this? Can you answer some of those questions?
Yeah, 100% I can. Absolutely. Can you hear me okay? Everybody hear me?
Okay,
good. I just want to
share the screen and you got it. There you go.
All right. So this is awesome. This is great. I mean, it's wonderful that you're giving this exposure out there, because I think a lot of people want help and need help. And I think that this is a great way to do that. Anybody that knows me, I've always helped people. My community is built on that. Like Ron mentioned, I have a YouTube channel that you can become a member there. And I've done over 800, close to 800 tips now. So I'm used to helping people. Well, what I did was, a long time ago, I went into the forums that he's talking about, this community, and started asking questions, because I had questions of my own. And what happened was I said, well, I was looking at some of the other questions. I can answer some of these. So I'm going to do that. Let me start answering some of this. So then Google, an employee of Google, actually reached out to me and said, hey, you seem very knowledgeable. You're answering a lot of questions properly. Do you want to become a product expert? Had no idea what that is. And I said, sure. Okay. And so I'm going to walk you through what we're even talking about. Okay. So Ron covered, he listed a lot of stuff that he wants to discuss. So let me do that real quick. I'm going to share my screen. So let me go here and I will go to, boom, this is my screen. And if you have a question, okay, I'm going to put this on here. At the top of the screen, you can see, if you have a question, I'll bring your question right up on screen using that link. And it is case sensitive. So if you have your mobile phone and you're sitting there watching with me, at the top of the screen, you want to punch that in and ask a question, feel free, and I will bring that up whenever we have that. I'm sure you're going to do Q&A at the end as well, Ron, I'm sure, but you can also do it here and I can answer it as I go. I'll see it pop up. So anyway, so first of all, how do you access it? How do you get there? How do you get to this community? A lot of products have it built in where it'll take you there, but if you just want to type in Google help, boom, this will take you to the main center, and this will show you a list of, and I'll go to that list. When you hit that, you will have a list of all products. You can see down below there's one, and you might not be able to read this, but you can see there's Chrome, YouTube, Gmail. You can tell all the symbols. Get your product in those specific things. Google Photos is an example. It's on here. That's one where Chris would go in and answer. I think Ron mentioned Chris from Geeks on Tour. She would go in as a product expert and answer questions there. Now let's go a little further. Let's go. There's a couple of things. You can just add the word help and product, like help YouTube. And then the key is you want to look for the links that say support.google.com and then YouTube after it. Okay. So you might say help YouTube. Okay. Another way you might access that, you could say, like right here, you can see it says the product, like you might do YouTube help. You might do it backwards. That's fine. It'll still bring up that same web page and bring you to that. So these are ways. And the other thing you can do too, if you forget help or whatever the word and you want support, there you go. Support YouTube brings up that exact same link. Chrome, if you're in the Chrome browser, it really makes it easy to access if you're using Chrome to get help with the product you want. It's very, very helpful and easy. So all of those work. So feel free to do that. And then here's the Help Center. So try the Help Center. This is where you want to be. What you do when you click that and go there, this is the YouTube Help. This is where it brings you. The first one, if you look right under the words YouTube and Help, you'll see the word Help Center. It's highlighted in blue with a line under it on the left side. That's what it brings you first. This is the Help Center. Try these answers. If you can search for your issue and it'll bring up impossible solutions. There's a whole list down below that. This is a slide, so I can't really scroll down, but I'm just telling you there's a lot of stuff down there that might be there about a topic that you have individually. The next step you might take is community. Now, here's where we come in as product experts. This is where I told you, I said, hey, I asked a question in here in the forums, and this is where people were interacting and stuff. You can see featured posts. They have featured posts. They have hot topics. And then you can go into individual areas, like it might be on this particular channel, it might be like YouTube Shorts, or it might be individualized to specific different things. So it could be any one of those kind of things. So this is a great way to get going in the community part of it. Now, I'm going to show you right here's one. Okay, so I'm a bronze. Okay, so I didn't bring this up in the beginning, but I'll bring it up now. I am a bronze. You can I don't know if you can read that, but down there it says Michael Daniels. Here's one where I answered as a bronze member. In YouTube, I am only a bronze member. They do it kind of like the Olympics. They have bronze, silver, gold, and each one is a level. The more questions you answer, the more you grow and also get recommended answers and things like that. So I just wanted to emphasize that too. Here's where I was helping, and you see I'm a bronze member in here, and I'll show you another community where I'm actually a platinum. It goes all the way up to platinum, and I think diamond, and then there's alumni. So you'll see that too. So let me go to that. And you're like, oh, wow, what is this? This is just a question that somebody had and I could help them out. So there. And then right here, you can kind of see, this is where I am a platinum product expert in messages. And this is actually someone that I helped them. I answered their question and they gave me a recommended answer. So I get more points. So you build points basically is all you're doing. We are totally not paid. This is people just like you and I. If you feel like you're answering and helping people and doing stuff, this is an amazing thing to help out other people. That's my whole goal in this. I don't get paid. I just want to help some other people. So then you say, well, okay, so that's great and all, but what are the benefits from doing this and becoming a product expert and stuff? Well, one of the cool things is you get once a year, they send us on a trip. This is me at the Google store in New York City. I took a picture because I had a wall. I have most of those products. So I went ahead while I was in there and they gave us a behind the scene tour with we actually got to see more than what the public gets to see. It was really kind of cool. The warehouse and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff under NDA that we can't say or see or whatever and that kind of stuff. So it's really kind of cool. There's things you can do and can say, and sometimes you can't. So, and then here, this is it. So the benefits to me, you get that. This is the Pier 57, Google's Pier 57, the image on the right-hand side that Google owns, and they refurbished, and we got to go there and see it. I think it was like, it's only been up for like 6 weeks. It just recently got done. So we were like some of the first ones as far as guests coming in and seeing it. It was pretty awesome. And then the other thing is they do send us out there once a year. When they send us, we get a room in an amazing hotel, a flight out there, and we get meals. They provide meals for us. So all of this, I just took the fun stuff, pictures of all of this. But so, you know, you do get a benefit of that. One of the biggest thing is, I think, is the collaboration and the meeting of like-minded people helping people and that kind of stuff. The conversations that you have, we really miss this in-person conversation and stuff with the situation in the world. And we missed that part of it. I didn't realize how much I missed it until I actually got to meet up with these people in New York this past event. And it really is something when you're just sitting down. Let's say you're at the hotel, you're just sitting down in the lobby or whatever. And even though you don't share products, like if somebody's a product expert in YouTube and somebody's a product expert in Gmail and AdSense and all these different Google products, you don't realize the commonality that you have. I guess I don't even know if that's a word, but it's so cool because it's like-minded people that want to help people. And if you have issues with things, it's kind of cool to be able to reach out to some of those people. It's a great environment to be in and a great bunch of fun helping people. And that's really my whole goal out of all this. And that's what I base my whole community on, my personal one. So I hope this helped you, and hopefully you can go find something. If you need help with something, anything, Google. It's amazing. I wish other companies had something similar, but always remember, give as much detail when you're given something and you want to ask something, give as much detail as possible. Don't just say, hey, listen, my iPhone's not working, or with Google Chat. Be sure and be very descriptive. What version of each of those, be very descriptive in your questions for us to help you more. Remember, it's people just like you and I. I want to help you, but if I have a different version phone, my answer might not be the one that will help you and stuff like that. So I think that's the biggest thing whenever you're asking questions. I don't care if you go to Microsoft or you go over to Apple specifically, or who are not Google. They don't have those same kind of forums and stuff. And if they do, sometimes you don't even get an answer for days and days and days. And that's one thing that I pride myself on. I try and get in there and I answer questions the day it happens. And I just like helping people. So that's what the whole goal is there. That's it, Ron. I don't know what else, if you have anything.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wanted people to understand where they could go for help and what they might expect when they get help. And thank you. I think you answered all those questions. Will you be able to stick around for the Q&A at the end?
Glad to help. Do anything again. Yep.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks a lot. All right.
Bluetooth is about to get its biggest update in years. Bluetooth is about to get its huge LE audio upgrade. After several years of work, the Bluetooth Special Interest Group says it's finalized Bluetooth LE audio. This is a major upgrade for Bluetooth audio that adds a slew of new features, including a simple solution to whole home audio. The new Bluetooth LE audio standard includes dozens of specifications, most notably the new LC3 codec, which should supplant SPC. This codec increases audio quality across the board, even at the low bit rates used to conserve battery life in hearing aids, headsets, and other products. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and get involved. But the new Auracast system may be the most exciting part of Bluetooth LE audio. Auracast lets you broadcast Bluetooth to multiple audio devices simultaneously, allowing you to pair several headsets with a TV, for example, or turning generic Bluetooth speakers into a whole home audio system. Searching for Auracast broadcast should be easy, but Bluetooth SIG says it's like searching for Wi-Fi networks. You can place passcodes on these broadcasts or even share them with a QR code. Auracast should also grant some behind-the-scenes improvements to Bluetooth, like reduced latency when using Google Assistant with earbuds. Everyone will enjoy Bluetooth LE Audio's unique features, but those who are hard of hearing may see the most tangible benefit. Both LC3 codec and Auracast broadcasts present a unique opportunity to improve the quality, battery life, and price of hearing aids. It should also let users pair hearing aids with multiple devices simultaneously, like a game console for game audio and smartphone for podcasts or YouTube videos. Currently, there's just one problem with this upgrade. You probably won't experience Bluetooth LE audio until you buy a new device. A handful of smartphones, TVs, and audio receivers may gain Bluetooth LE audio through a software update, but most products that consumers use today will never support Bluetooth LE audio. Between Bluetooth LE audio and Qualcomm's recently announced aptX lossless standard, Bluetooth audio looks set to take a big step forward in the months ahead. But what's currently unclear is whether we'll need to buy entirely new devices to enjoy the benefits. The Bluetooth SIG website notes that it may be possible for some existing devices to be updated to support Bluetooth LE audio, and early support for the standard is already available in Android 13's beta. But I suspect that most people won't benefit until they buy upgraded hardware. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Tech for Seniors present the website of the week with Hewie Poplock.
Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Website of the week number 12. I'm Hewie Poplock. Today we're going to be talking about Office of Dietary Supplements, or ODS. ODS is under the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Underneath it is the National Institutes of Health, and under it is the Division of Program Coordination, Planning, and Strategic Initiatives. Underneath it is the National Institute of Health, and that's where we find the Office of Dietary Supplements. Here is their website. They have featured fact sheets. They also have other programs and activities. So let's go to the website. This is the website. There's a lot of information here. And what I want to do is take a look at the health information, but there's also news and events, programs and activities, grants and funding, and then some information about the Office of Dietary Supplements. But let's go back to the health information, and what I want to concentrate here today is the supplement fact sheets. So I'm going to click on that, and it takes us to a listing of dietary supplement fact sheets that are available. And as you can see, you can either click on the alphabet or you can scroll down. They are alphabetical, and there's a great many of the supplements that you see on the shelves, you see advertised on TV, or that you may be taking yourself and may not even understand what they are. Your neighbor, your doctor, your relative might have suggested this particular supplement is good for what ails you, and you start taking it and you either feel some difference or you don't, but you don't know much about the item. Well, this is where you can find out about it. So let's take a look at a couple. One that I have used. Now, I want to say up front, I am not a doctor. I am not a medical expert. I am not recommending anything. I may mention some things that I have taken, but I am not saying that you should. Please do your due diligence before you try any of these, and make sure that you have the approval of your physician. But let's take a look at echinacea. You will see when we click on it, it shows the plant that it comes from. It gives a little bit of information. When we click on it, we'll get a fact sheet about it. It gives some common names, some Latin names, and then some background. How much do we know? What have we learned? What do we know about safety? For most adults, short-term oral by mouth use of echinacea is probably safe. The safety of long-term use is uncertain. And then keep in mind, take charge of your health. Talk with your health care providers about any complementary health approaches you use. Together, you can make shared, well-informed decisions. Now it tells a little bit about where the information comes from and some references about it. So it's a complete fact sheet on the particular item that you're looking at. Let's take a look at one of the vitamins. We'll come down here to the V's, and you'll see things that you, I'm sure, have talked about or at one time or another either tried or are familiar with. Here are the various vitamins. Let's take a look at vitamin B12 as an example. You've got a consumer, and then you can look at it in Spanish, and you can look at it with as a health professional. Let's look at the consumer first. You will see vitamin B12. There's a table of contents. What this is a list of the topics that are below. So if you click on any one of them, you will see that it jumps down to that part. But let's look at the top. What is vitamin B12 and what does it do? It explains it. And then how much vitamin B12 do I need? And then it'll give you by age, how many micrograms should you be taking. For adults, it says 2.4 micrograms. What foods provide vitamin B12? And so on. So we go down to the bottom and there's all kinds of information and references. Where can you find out more about it? Now also, it mentioned that there's a health professional fact sheet on vitamin B12. This is a little bit more medical, but some of you may be informed enough that this might make more sense to you, or you might like to look at this as well. And again, there's more information and sources of B12, what foods provide it, about the intake and status, deficiency, groups at risk of vitamin B12 deficiency or inadequacy, vitamin B12 and health. So there's a lot of information that you can inform yourself of these dietary supplements that you may be taking. So let's come back to the fact sheets list. It's there. There's general supplement information, supplements for specific purposes. So you can look by purpose. So if you're concerned about Alzheimer's, if you click there, it will show you what dietary disease, it talks about it, and then tells you what science says. So there's information there as well.